Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 10 o'clock news continues on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Republicans in the House narrowly passed a bill to keep funding the federal government into the new year. The Senate will now take up the measure. The House approved the bill today that will fund the government through January 19th. House Republicans introduced the bare bones legislation to keep the government running until past this midnight. Senate approval will avert a crisis and allow lawmakers to head home for the holidays. Since Republicans control both houses, in the Senate, they don't need any Democrats to get the bill passed, but they had difficulty securing enough votes within their own party because some conservative Republicans wanted more funding for the military. The stopgap spending bill also pushes larger fights about health care and the budget into 2018. The United Nations General Assembly rejects President Donald Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, but the U.S. ambassador made it perfectly clear the matter is not negotiable. U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley accused the United Nations of a long-running bias against one of America's closest allies. Haley spoke as the General Assembly debated President Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital and to move the American embassy to the Holy City from Tel Aviv. The vote went overwhelmingly against the U.S., 128-9, declaring the president's decision null and void. Haley also reminded the Assembly America is the UN's biggest contributor, but can cut that money off at any time. Australian police say a vehicle attack in Melbourne doesn't seem to be tied to terrorism. An SUV rammed into pedestrians in a busy street early today, injuring 19 people, 4 critically. Authorities say more than a dozen were taken to the hospital. Police say the driver, a 32-year-old Australian citizen of Afghan descent, does have a history of drug use and mental health issues, but police say there's no evidence connecting the attack to terrorism. Police arrested another man, a 24-year-old they say filmed the incident. He was carrying a bag of knives, but at this point they don't believe the two men are connected. The area near the city's main train station was filled with Christmas shoppers when the SUV ran a red light and slammed into the crowd crossing the road. The vehicle then crashed into a cable car stop. Police will increase security around Melbourne in the coming days, even though they say there is no immediate threat of danger during the busy holiday shopping season. A growing number of airlines are banning luggage with built-in tracking devices or phone chargers. There are concerns that lithium-ion batteries in so-called smart bags could cause a fire. United and Hawaiian Airlines said Wednesday they'll start banning smart bags with non-removable batteries in January. At least 4 other airlines announced similar restrictions this month. The carriers worry checked bags could catch fire if those batteries malfunction. Ross Feinstein is from American Airlines, which was first to ban the bags.
If the bag has to be checked, you must remove that battery and bring it into the cabin of the aircraft with you. But if the bag has to be checked and the battery is not removable, we're not going to be able to accept that bag.
Earlier this year, the FAA urged internal regulators to ban large electronics with lithium-ion batteries from checked bags. New testing revealed the potential for a catastrophic fire so intense the plane's extinguishers wouldn't be able to put it out. It's worth noting DOT and FAA do not certify batteries. One leading manufacturer says at least 65,000 of its smart bags could be grounded. Up next in Health Watch, the incredible story of a baby being called a miracle birth. This little girl named Emma was frozen as an embryo and born 24 years later. That story coming up on KPAX.